Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 19th fight of the evening, and it is for the World Flyweight Championships. Introducing in the red corner, it's CIARAN COOGAN!
CIARAN COOGAN is fighting out of Fight Academy Ireland. Flyweight 30 for ages and tall. 7-1, one draw, one loss, 7 wins. CIARAN travelling all the way here, absolute monster, but he's taking on a real fan favourite, the Lions Gym fighter, GARON SHEMAR, who brought his whole gym with him, I think. Absolutely packed crowd behind me, all here to cheer for him. Now, we have had many amateur mixed martial arts champions here at the Battle Arena, and some of those have gone on to become pros. Not just pros, but some of our champions have gone on to become UFC fighters, Bellator champions, PFL fighters, PFL champions. So for someone like CIARAN COOGAN, who's coming out 7-1 as an amateur, absolutely phenomenal record. He's travelled all the way here. He wants this amateur title. He wants to put his name on the map. And we've seen it before, like the well, just many fighters. We had Sam Creasy earlier. He was the Cage Warriors champion. Went on to become a pro, and one of the best fighters on the planet. And he did this. He went through the amateur ranks. He went through the Battle Arena amateur ranks. Won amateur titles on multiple shows. Used that experience to propel him into the professional ranks. Really prepare him, and that means that he's now one of the top 1 or 2 guys in his weight division on the planet, or certainly in Europe. And we see that here from CIARAN COOGAN, 7-1, super experienced, super polished, and very composed. But he's going to have his hands full with Birmingham's favourite, GARON SHEMAR. The whole Lions Gym here, all behind me, cheering him.
And please welcome to the blue corner, it's GARON SHEMAR!
Crowd going, whoa, for their Lions Gym fight on GARON SHEMAR. Not only is he fighting, but he is taking in the moment. Fired up. He would have spent weeks and weeks, possibly months, training for this fight. He'd have been in the gym every day, slaving, putting in those extra rounds, running the miles, lifting the weights, watching what he eats, cutting the weight, dealing with the emotional torment of having to go through this, of dreaming of this moment, of the build-up. The process of ending up here fighting for an amateur world title. And this is the kind of thing, if you win this, it can propel you. It can propel you into the professional ranks. It can propel you from there into the top shows in the world. And GARON SHEMAR, he has the skills, but can he do it under the pressure? Can he do it under the pressure of fighting for a world title? Certainly the massive crowd behind me seem to think so. But there's a reason that CIARAN COOGAN is 7-1. It is not easy to end up with a 7-1 record as an amateur fighter. There's so many good fighters out there. Both very relaxed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening, and it is for the World Flyweight Championship. It will be contested over 5 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, this man represents Fight Academy Ireland. It's CIARAN COOGAN!
Not a lot of support here for CIARAN COOGAN, but he's probably a favourite.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he represents Lions Gym. It's GARON Shemar! Referee in charge is Pete Parker.
Here we go. This is our co-main event in the evening. CIARAN COOGAN in the green and black shorts. GARON SHEMAR in the red and black. CIARAN COOGAN coming in with a very impressive 7-1 record. GARON SHEMAR a little saltier with 4-3, but very experienced.
That's the thing. GARON SHEMAR he competed a long time at bantamweight, and oh gosh, it's not going to plan.
He's not going to plan at all. But he's already on the back with a body triangle, Steve. This is a nightmare start. We are seconds into this fight. CIARAN COOGAN, aggressive early takedown.
Just amazing. He obviously didn't come to play.
You know, it's so hard to get out of this position.
15 minutes to play with here.
Steve, what's your favorite way of dealing with this body triangle?
Really,
GARON SHEMAR?
Man, I just hulk out so that their foot, the locked bit, is on the bottom side, and then I try to slide it out to try to use the mat, just similar to what GARON SHEMAR is doing here. Try to use the mat to twist their foot or extend their leg out so that I can start fishing it in. But a lot of times, especially in grappling, this is a bit of a death sentence.
It's hard to do. If you watch, Gordon Ryan has a video on how to escape this. GARON SHEMAR, they would kick his right leg forward and then back underneath the hook leg and then try and use his own foot to bring it through. But it's just so hard to do. You're in such a weak position. I think it's what he's almost trying to do, and often you end up having to use one hand to try and clear the hook.
And this is just CIARAN COOGAN just being, peppering with shots, giving you things to think about.
Yeah, there's a reason that CIARAN COOGAN is 7-1.
I can see that.
This is the Irish pressure. He's trying to get under that chin. It is one of the issues with amateur MMA is you have to fight in gloves that have more padding than the pro glove, and it just makes it hard to dig under people's chin.
Exactly, and try to connect your hands.
Although he's doing a good job of it.
GARON SHEMAR is all sorts of game, of course.
It's also CIARAN COOGAN's gonna, he's got a balance. He probably wants to do some damage as well, just in case he can't get the finish. It goes to the next round. Doesn't want all this control time without getting him ahead of the fight. Beautiful body triangle.
It is great, but it's just, again, it's almost like a stalemate position. We've been here for nearly 2 minutes, and it's almost better for CIARAN COOGAN to try to come up on top and land some ground and pound, especially as time goes by. I guess
possibility.
He's compressing the diaphragm of SHEMAR. That's true, but
it's also that actually, this is a 5-round fight because it's a world title fight.
You're squeezing your own.
If you can ride this for the rounds, maybe they both go in pretty fresh for the next round, but CIARAN COOGAN's a round up. It's not what the crowd wanted, though. There's a big GARON SHEMAR supporters club right behind us, Steve, by the side of the cage.
And CIARAN COOGAN's got a squeeze, but SHEMAR's arm is in the way. SHEMAR doing really well to defend here, staying calm and composed.
Yeah, great defense. It's just not escaping. Sometimes you can, in this position, SHEMAR can kick his right leg forward and then kick it back and violently turn his hips. Sometimes it gives you a little angle. It might be one of the hardest positions to escape, though. That's round one. All right, here's a question for you, Steve. Is that 10-8?
No.
But GARON SHEMAR did nothing. Nothing. He didn't escape. Didn't offer any defense. Didn't land a shot.
CIARAN COOGAN's got a cut over his left eye.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he headbutted him shooting in.
That's all I got, mate.
I'll stand corrected. Ate something to the head on the way in. But, yeah, it's one of those things. He wasn't... I guess if he got under the chin and it was close to, with the end of the round, he was under the chin and just ran out of time, then you call it 10-8. It's a very subjective sport, isn't it? It's tough.
It is. You have to be in a finishing opportunity. The finishing position is subjective, of course, but very difficult to do.
They're quite a bad cut, really. Cutman's had a look at it, put some Vaseline. Sometimes you have a cut that you've got in training, and it's still there, hasn't fully healed, and just rips the second you start fighting.
Yeah, this would be bad if it starts bleeding into the eye of CIARAN.
I think Coogan's going to rinse and repeat, Steve. He's going to shoot.
He comes in just steaming forward, throwing hooks. Not exactly straight shots, but...
Lovely right shot, but then SHEMAR with a nice counter left hook. This is more like it from Shemar. This is what he wants.
He's on got the underhook there. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, fool me twice, shame on me. Right?
A lovely left hook from Shemar.
This is nice that they're exchanging, but you got to know that shot's coming from CIARAN COOGAN. Oh, he's Katagaruma! Yes!
Phenomenal.
Oh, that was amazing. Sorry, that's a fireman's carry for everybody else that grew up in North America. Jeez.
Katagaruma sounds way cooler.
I know, doesn't it? As soon as I learned that word, I never hit it again.
Well, going for that shoulder crunch position, but
Yeah, I got to get his hands on his chest, though. Pull it right in. Don't allow there to be any space between their shoulder.
deals with it pretty effectively.
Yeah. GARON SHEMAR staying very calm.
He's going to look for an arm, loses the position. Lovely work by Coogan. Heavy shots.
Watch the up kick, of course.
Yeah. He's doing a good job of picking his moments to come in to avoid the up kick.
CIARAN COOGAN just very, very, just lethal in a lot of positions. Vicious is probably the word that I would say for this ground and pound. Just being very vicious.
I like it, Steve. I've been frustrated with people just staying on top of closed guard, peppering
Exactly.
shots.
This is not what we saw from people earlier in the night. They're just
oh, but that's the risk.
He's got to lock it up. He's so
Steps
close.
over. Oh, it's very smooth work. Excellent submission attempt by GARON SHEMAR on the bottom, but also the defense of Coogan. Looking for a pass, trying to step over that leg.
Yeah, you got to think SHEMAR probably catches loads of people in triangles in training.
Yeah, he's built like a daddy long legs.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's not arm. Is it arm in? It's just an angle. Yeah,
he's got his
arms
arm in.
It's just an angle. He's gonna try an angle off. Maybe look for an arm bar. Maybe spin through. And then what CIARAN COOGAN needs to do is just drive in. He wants to square up. I think he's a bit nervous of the triangle.
Oh, there's a TP choke attempt.
That'd be nice if we saw a TP choke. Pretty rare. We have had one on Battle Arena before.
Okay. Oh, God, look at this again. He needs to lock that up. Keep the angle. 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's a bit more like
Pulling the head.
The arm's out, Steve.
Oh,
Both arms out.
CIARAN COOGAN is never out of this.
GARON SHEMAR is dangerous from the bottom.
I love this. Is killer be killed for the flyweight title here tonight.
After that last fight, it was so short. This is a lot more satisfying. Both monsters. Coogan is not afraid to take a risk.
He's not at all, no.
Oh.
SHEMAR almost on the arm, and then it just disappears. Houdini arm.
Thunderous shots for the last few seconds of the round. Much better round for SHEMAR. Great round also for Coogan. The ground and pound. That's a subjective one to the judges. Score the grappling particularly highly for the submission attempts. I don't think any of them were overly close. But he's definitely throwing them up. But then the ground and pound of CIARAN COOGAN was heavy. It's also hard from our angle to see how much of it landed clean.
Yeah, it was just show-stopping. I love the swagger of CIARAN COOGAN. I really like GARON SHEMAR. We've seen him fight before. I got a lot of affinity for both of these guys. But right now, CIARAN COOGAN just seems to have that little bit of X factor.
Yeah, he does. He's so aggressive. It's very exciting to watch. If I was his coach, I'd be trying to temper that probably. But from
at least in training, you knock out all your partners.
From a spectator's point of view, I don't want to temper that. It's awesome. There we go. GARON SHEMAR's fired up. He's such a great counter fighter as GARON.
Just needs his opportunity. They dealt with that cut very well over the eye of CIARAN COOGAN. And here we are in the third round.
Also be interesting if we end up in the fourth and fifth.
I am wondering that, whether we're going to end up in championship rounds or not.
Lovely right hand lands for Coogan. Oh, hurt him, I think, a little bit to Coogan, but got the takedown.
Now he just needs to settle here. Oh, he does really well. Puts his right knee on the mat.
Thunderous ground and pound again.
I'd like to see him reach that right hand up to the trapezius of SHEMAR and use it to inch his knees up past the hips.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, trying to work around the legs, trying to get this control position. Will we see SHEMAR get a takedown?
Or a ninja choke here. Sorry. Wishful thinking.
Not enough ninja chokes, and it's just such a cool description.
Mm-hmm.
Shin across, trying to keep the space. Shemar doing a good job now. He's the one with the control and the underhook. Felt like CIARAN COOGAN's been muscling him the whole fight, but now fatigue is set in. Shemar's coming back. CIARAN needs to fight for the head position. Get off the cage. Gives up his back. Oh,
Very nice switch.
Beautiful, beautiful wrestling. He sort of lulled him in then with a low work rate and exploded.
You don't think of Ireland being the top of your wrestling lists, but CIARAN COOGAN making it look second nature.
Oh, yeah.
Calls for Shemar to build himself up, and CIARAN COOGAN just jumps on the back.
The timing of the jump was phenomenal. As Shemar came up, he was landed. I'm not in. How do you even time it that well? That's incredible.
That was awesome. Please, somebody put that on a highlight reel and a replay. It'd be amazing if he finishes it from here, but it's going to be very hard.
He's also holding his weight up, Steve. He's got for the next 40 seconds. He's got to carry a flyweight fighter on his back as he slowly collapses into the floor. Pete, our referee, having a close look. Pause on the crowd, a twist round. I don't know if they appreciate how difficult that is.
Oh, he's got bicep tie right now with 12 seconds remaining. Fights out of it again. COOGAN almost trying to be the hangman. 3 rounds.
Very interesting. This is where the fatigue. COOGAN looks like possibly a little more fatigued of the two. Shemar, no selling it well, taking deep breaths. I fought for a couple of the ballerina titles, Steve, and I luckily never ended up in the 4th or 5th round because I don't think I'd have made it. It's too exhausting.
Yeah, I had to fight 3 5s for my title. That was a lot. It was fun.
3 5s.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, maybe that's what I did. I can't remember.
I got knocked out the second though.
I
don't tell people this.
You don't have to get
I was knocked out standing, and I didn't wake up until I was in the corner, between round 2 and 3.
You bounced back.
I got hit with a 1, 2, 3, and then an uppercut combination. I just kind of fell asleep for the rest of the second round.
A nice nap is good.
Yeah, it was a nice
Helps
nap.
you recover.
I woke up with crazy euphoria too. It was amazing.
Here we go. GARON SHEMAR, CIARAN COOGAN, round 4, the championship rounds. Who wants it more? GARON very, very well conditioned.
Looks very calm. CIARAN COOGAN
Runs out. CIARAN is dangerous, but he's just a little slower than he was earlier.
He's put a lot of effort into those finishes.
He really did, all those squeezes.
Oh yeah, lots of blood in the shoulder of CIARAN COOGAN. GARON SHEMAR looking to put punches in bunches.
Yeah, nice right hand by COOGAN. We're seeing quite the comeback here by Shemar in this 4th round. I mean,
he can't let COOGAN sit though. He can't just let him relax here.
From that 1st round where COOGAN took him down, just dominated the whole round. Now we've ended up in the 4th with Shemar picking his shots, holding the middle of the cage, calf kicks. Nice leaping left hook.
Wow.
Shemar lands 2 heavy shots.
COOGAN will have to shoot to defend probably. Shemar's got to be aware of it.
Shemar's got to be careful as well, not blowing his own gas tank out. COOGAN's doing good rope-a-dope. Lands a heavy shot.
He needs to get him back up. Yep. Good. This is amazing from Shemar. Up on the single leg. Shemar shakes him off. Coogan willing him to come down on the ground, but the right hands are still finding their home. GARON SHEMAR puts him down again. Referee almost stepped in to stop it. I think he's got to.
Yeah, borderline referee stepping in.
There it is.
Referee
GARON
calls
SHEMAR
it.
gets the finish in the 4th round. Makes it look clinical.
Phenomenal performance by GARON SHEMAR. What a comeback. That first round, he was absolutely dominating the first round. Taken down, has back taken, deal with the adversity. CIARAN COOGAN came in as a big favourite, 7-1. Phenomenal performance. Dominated the first couple of rounds, and then fatigue and cardio made all the difference. Got caught with some big shots in the last round. Incredible. Wow, the comeback kid. That's what he is. CIARAN COOGAN, the Irish prodigy. He's going to go away. He's going to make some adjustments. Work on that cardio. GARON SHEMAR, what a performance. You just see his cardio seemed to get better as he went through the fight. Hit that 4th round, he was faint, and he was shoulder movement, his movement the whole time.
We have fighters to the center of the cage, please. Fighters to the center of the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Pete Markland has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 55 seconds of the 4th round. For your winner, by TKO in the blue corner, and new World Flyweight Champion, GARON Showtime SHEMAR!
The comeback kid, that is your new fight name, GARON SHEMAR. The comeback kid, absolutely incredible. 22 years old. What a performance. What mental strength. If you wrote that as a movie, you'd say it was unbelievable. Too cheesy. It could never happen, but it did happen. It happened for GARON SHEMAR. There with his coaches, friends, family. Incredible. What a performance. And we still have another fight coming up, everyone watching at home. We have our main event of the evening. We have Mo Zubair taking on Mauro Pina in a pro bantamweight fight. That'll be coming up very shortly.